Welcome once again to V-Learning Uganda revision series. Today we are looking at O-level biology and we're looking at the topic of excretion. Our question for today is, describe the role played or performed by the kidney nephron in the process of excretion in a mammal. And they're saying drawing is not required. Remember, excretion is the removal of toxic or poisonous waste products of metabolism from the body of an organism. So, what role is played by the kidney nephron? The renal artery carries blood containing urea and other excretory substances for their removal from the body to the kidney. So we're seeing the first role being played by the renal artery, which is part of the kidney nephron. After that, we see that this blood enters the glomerulus, the blood capillaries in the Bowman corpuscle. That's what we call the glomerulus. At a high pressure, as the capillary entering the corpuscle, the afferent arteriole is wider than the one leaving it, the efferent. That builds up high pressure. This pressure forces fluid containing urea, other nitrogenous waste, mineral salts, glucose, and water to filter, that is forming the glomerular filtrate, out through the capillary walls into the Bowman's corpuscle. As this filtrate, the glomerular filtrate, passes down the tubule, the small cells of the inner lining reabsorb some water or glucose and some of the salts and return them to the blood in the capillaries surrounding the tubules. All amino acids and glucose are reabsorbed by active transport at the proximal convoluted tubule. Some salts and water are reabsorbed depending on how much of the body still needs them. Salts are reabsorbed mainly in the distal convoluted tubules, also by active transport. So we see active transport being a very good activity taking place here in reabsorption. Now, that is happening to all amino acids and some salts as well as water. Now, besides that, water is reabsorbed in both proximal and distal convoluted tubules, but much of it is reabsorbed in the collecting ducts, this time by osmosis. The other case we were seeing active transport taking place, but here it is absorbed by osmosis. After that, urea and other nitrogenous wastes, along with excess water which was not absorbed, and salts, pass through the tubule towards the collecting duct, which carry them to the pelvis. So we are seeing it now moving to the collecting ducts. This fluid is now called urine and carried by the ureter to the urinary bladder, where it is stored, where we see the sphincter muscle relaxing and the urinary bladder contracting. The urine is then discharged from the body through the urethra. So discharge of urine from the body is through the urethra. That is important role played by the kidney nephron. But you need to take note of the following as well. The reabsorption of water is controlled by ADH, antidiuretic hormone, or vasopressin. But reabsorption of salts is controlled by a hormone called aldosterone. You need to take note of that. It's not part of our question, but very important information. The kidney is, in general, the function unit of kidney is the nephron, and there are about 1 to 1.5 million nephrons in an adult. Excretion is mainly by two processes: ultrafiltration and selective reabsorption. That's very important for you to take note of that. If you at least down the function of the kidney, we have excretion by purifying blood, keeping the total osmotic pressure of blood plasma constant. That's what we call osmoregulation. Keeping the blood pH constant. That is very important for you to take note of. But all this is better understood when you know the structure of the nephron. And we give you the structure right there on your screen, which you can pause and have a better look of it. And pause. After pausing, you can redraw. Remember, other questions concerning drawing can also come up. We're giving you two drawings there, different, which you can actually look at, pause, and understand very well. Allow me thank our viewers who are very active on YouTube. Allow me also thank those who are liking and visiting our page, our Facebook page, that is V-Learning Yugi, and that is our question for next time. Please take note of it. Also, those who are calling direct for deliveries, thank you very much. This is video learning. Continue viewing our videos as we make you studying better. Thank you.